Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. My name is JC if you haven't seen my face before, and today's video is a fall reading vlog. Now if you saw my fall Rex and TBR video, then you would know that TBR list is quite long, and I just wanted to make a reading vlog kind of dedicated to reading a few of those books. I did pick up 2 of those books last night, and I just am torn between what I want to read. So I picked up the X Hex, which I anticipate being a very lighthearted, easy romance to just kind of get into the fall spirit, nothing too serious. And then I have the Inmate by Frieda McFadden. So I don't know if I'm in like this rom-com-y mood or a mystery thriller mood. I think I'm gonna put a poll up on my Bookstagram and see what everyone else's thoughts are because I genuinely have no idea which one. Okay, I just posted on my story, so I'm gonna let that simmer for a bit and I'll come back to you when I have the results. Okay, it's much later in the afternoon, so I want to check back on Instagram and see which book we're going to be reading. Okay, the X Hex got 68%, so the X Hex it is.
Hello,
Okay, I just want to pop in and give a quick reading update. I also want to note that this is a spoiler-free reading vlog, so any information I give about any of the books in this video is information that's revealed to you on the back. Now I'm 100 pages in, which is chapter 11, and this book is exactly what I expected and wanted it to be. It's this very surface-level, fun, lighthearted adult rom-com with a Halloween undertone. So you're following Vivian and Reese, which as an ACOTAR reader, I'm biased, and I love Reese. I don't make the rules. But they're both witches and had this romance 9 years ago where Vivian left it totally heartbroken and may or may not have cursed the guy. Yeah, I mean, it happens to the best of us. But 9 years later, he's back in town, totally hexed, totally cursed. And so they just have to navigate it and figure out what the heck to do. You're seeing them interact and it's so cute. It is told in third person, but the way it's written, like, you get thoughts of theirs and like you get a lot of dialogue, but you are kind of, it feels like it's first person in many ways and just getting both POVs of Reese and Vivian. So I like this writing as far as the third person goes with a romance. I feel like oftentimes you want to see what's going on in their head, and this author, Erin Sterling, she gives you that. So I like that. So I'm just going to continue this story, but that is my mini update right now. We're going to see them continue to figure out what the heck to do here. But yeah, it's very fun. It's very lighthearted. It's the perfect kind of fall Halloween read.
simplest feeling beyond the ghost we stand on.
Okay, I just finished this. That was so fun. Like, if you go into it with the mindset of how I described it in my last update, I think you'll like it. Like, you'll enjoy this. I'm going to hold off on any ratings until the end of the video, but that was just an enjoyable read and so quick. Like, it was only a few hours and we're done. So this is exactly what I wanted and needed. Okay, it's the next day, so I'm going to start the next book, and I'm going to start The Inmate. I'm definitely in the mood for a thriller now. Okay, I have my first reading update, so I'm a little over 100 pages in now, which is chapter 15. Yeah, so I don't think I've talked about what this book is about yet, but it's mainly because I went into it blind, so I had no idea. But 100 pages in, I now have a better idea. So you're following Brooke, who is the new nurse practitioner at a men's maximum security prison, and she knows one of the prisoners. When she was in high school, her and her high school sweetheart didn't end so well, and her testimony landed him with a life sentence in prison. Obviously, things are gonna happen. That's kind of what the story, the plot, the synopsis is. Y'all, it's a little intense. And there's little things now that I'm like, oh, I think I can guess what like reveals are gonna be. But I will say that even if I guess them correctly and I like learn that at the end, I'm not gonna be surprised or upset because I'm so interested in just like how the story is gonna play out. Like, what the hell? Like, if I'm right, then I'm like, what's the story here? What is the explanation here? So that's where I'm at right now. This is the first time my brain has really just been like, oh my god. Like, this is my first Frieda McFadden book, by the way. Like, I don't know if I said that in this video. I know I've mentioned it in previous videos, but yes. So this is my first time reading, like, this author's writing, and it's very easy to read. I'm enjoying that part of it. It's such a speedy read. So I'm going to keep going on this, and I'm going to update you probably around that 200 page mark as well. So I'm going to keep going, and I'll update you later on. Okay, I was just flying through this book and I forgot that I was supposed to update you guys like 20 pages ago. So I'm now on chapter 33, page 226. Guys, chapter 32 ended and I was like, wait, am I wrong about everything that I thought was gonna be a reveal and like be the situation? Like, I mean, all thrillers are like this, where you can start thinking that you know like what's going on and what's gonna happen, and then they'll throw this reveal to you halfway through or something, and you're like, I think I'm wrong about everything. So that's the part I'm at. I'm flying through this book. Like, Frieda McFadden's writing just makes it so quick and so easy. So I'm loving this book, and you're just getting more bits and pieces, more information. I don't think I mentioned this in the last update, but this is duo timeline, so you do get from 11 years ago and then current present time. So I may update you once more before I finish this, or I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, I just want to pop in and give a quick little update. So I'm now on chapter 42. Guys, the ending to chapter 41 had me shook. Like, a reveal from that, yeah, like that's what I was thinking. But where the like story's going, no, I didn't really think that's what was about to happen. So, what the hell? What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna continue reading this, but like, what? Okay, I'm completely in shambles. Like, I just finished chapter 42, so I only read one more chapter, and now everything in my head is just completely shattered. And I think the theory that I had about halfway through the book is what it actually is versus what I thought at the beginning. So now I'm just like, so lost, so confused still, and I am dying to figure out, like, what is all of this? Like, Frieda McFadden, I'm just enjoying this. Like, it's just, like, fun. It's, as much as, like, murder and everything is not lighthearted, it feels like I'm not, like, scared reading this. Like, this is not a suspenseful book. It's just kind of this mystery, this romance. I don't know, but I'm eating it up. Okay, guys, we've got to talk about this book. This was insane. The last few chapters, what? The epilogue? I was losing my mind. So, I suck at thrillers. My brain, it just can't do it. Like, I try to figure them out very vaguely. Like, I mean, I don't put a ton of effort. I don't pick up a thriller thinking, like, oh, I'm gonna guess, like, the plot twist and everything. That's just not, like, I just want to enjoy it. But at the same time, like, when I'm reading it, my brain does like to think of things, or it's like, oh, I wonder if that's how it's gonna be. But, like, I don't really spend the book trying to figure it out, you know? Frieda McFadden's writing was so good. So good. It reminded me a lot of Alice Feeney, because Alice Feeney is so fast-paced, the chapters are pretty short, and the writing is so easy, you can just really fly through the books. That's how I felt about this author as well. And, like, with the duo timeline and everything, I really enjoyed this. This was so fun, and I definitely recommend it for starters, but I will be picking up more from this author. I'm going to hold off on a rating until the end of the video as well, just so I can sit on it and think about it. I know it's not going to be a 5-star rate, I can tell you that, but I'm going to think about what I want to rate this based on just kind of like how I think about it over the next couple of days. Okay, no room is safe here. I have my dishwasher going, my laundry going, like, it's just loud everywhere, and I'm just gonna hope that I can talk and the audio won't be that terrible in this clip. But I'm starting my third book, which is In the Weeds. I haven't read Love Light Farms. I believe these are all interconnected standalones, but I'm like, what spoiler am I gonna get in this book from Love Light Farms that isn't like the main characters ending up together? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not too worried about it, but I'm excited to jump into this and get going.
Significant light, just where it was needed. cloistered in injustice, dead.
Okay, first reading update. I'm a little over 100 pages in now. So I'm on chapter 9, and I have a bit more of an idea of what Love Light Farms is all about. So Love Light Farms is a Christmas tree farm, which that alone is so precious. So book 1, I believe, of the series is really just kind of introducing you to Love Light Farms and like the town and different people involved. I think it's about Luca and Stella. Stella is someone that runs Love Light Farms. And then our main male character in here, Beckett, is someone that also helps run those operations alongside being a hot farmer. Bonus. And so then our main female character in this is Evelyn, also known as Evie, and she is a social media influencer that likes to use her platform to highlight different small businesses. They met, Evie and Beckett, the first time on a 2-night stand in Maine. And then she shows up at Love Light Farms to do her social media gig, and that's when Beckett like learns like, oh, she's a social media influencer, like, oh. And then after she kind of does that, like promotes them, does all that she needs to do for her work, she leaves again. And so he's kind of just like, okay, well, she's left twice now, so I'm gonna like move on from this. But Evie is just struggling in figuring out if really this influencing social media gig is what she wants to really be doing. Like, she doesn't really feel happy about it anymore, so she wants to go to the last place that she was happy, and that is this small town on the farm. And it's just so like, yes, Evie, like, she's also worked her butt off where she can just take the time to do this right now, which is just go Evie, we love her. So she's now back in this town. She's having to interact with Beckett. This is so cute. On the back it says a grumpy farmer. He's not grumpy. Like, he's not rude in any way. He's quiet, sure, a little stiff at times because he's struggling with having Evie around. Like, hello. But he's not a rude, grumpy farmer, in my opinion. Like, I love Beckett. I have never had any, like, this grumpster. You know what I mean? So that's just like, kind of my take. But I'm going to continue on reading this. It's good. I'm enjoying this. It's kind of like cozy and like small town, and like you get duo POV, and so you get into their minds and like how they've been thinking about each other since that 2-night stand in Maine. So yeah, I'm liking it so far, and I'll update you later on.
In the eye of time, nobody is losing. Faces merchant change.
Oh my gosh, update number 2. So I just finished page 200. So I'm on chapter 16. Oh my gosh. I think I have like 115 pages left or something like that. This book is so cute. Like, I cringe in some moments, and like I don't love everything about it, but it's like I can't deny the cuteness of a small town romance. Like, I can't. So I'm still enjoying it, and I'm still loving seeing like Beckett, and then Evie. Like, I like her character. I like that she's not some damsel in distress. He's not trying to fix her. Like, it's just so good. They're not trying to change each other in any way. They're just like being there for each other while they navigate whatever's going on in their heads related to each other. But like, I'm loving that part of this. Oh, it's so good. I feel like I'll probably update you when I just finish the book. Because if I update you at page 300, then I only have like 10 to 15 pages left, so there's no point in that. I'll update you if I have something crucial before the ending, but this book. Okay, I just finished Love Light Farms. I adored this story. I adore Love Light Farms and this entire universe and the different characters that we got to see. I definitely want to read more of the books from this universe, but I just chose this one to add to my fall TBR because it gave off fall vibes. It was literally that simple. But Evie and Beckett, we love to see it. I love seeing both of their thought process, like, I don't know, like just through the entire journey of them navigating themselves and their relationships with not only each other, but then just like with life, themselves, everything. Like, it was just, I liked it. It was a good, wholesome read. Okay, to wrap up this video, I wanted to go through the books that I read in it, give them their ratings, and any final thoughts. The first book I read was the X Hex. I gave this 3.5 stars. It was the perfect, lighthearted, read that just, it was a very quick read, and it was giving all the spooky vibes. I feel like if you just want something like that and just go into it not wanting this deep emotional story, you'll enjoy this book. Next, I read The Inmate by Frieda McFadden. I gave this 4 stars. This was my first Frieda McFadden book. I will be reading more from her. It reminded me so much of Alice Feeney, where the chapters are so short, you get multiple like timelines that you're following, and it's just such a fast-paced, easy read. Like, it was so intriguing the entire way through it. And then lastly, I read In the Weeds. Guys, what a cute small town romance. I'm giving this 3.5 stars as well. There were elements of this that I just didn't like, certain parts of the writing and like the story, but overall, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the town. I want to read more from Love Light Farms. Okay, well, that concludes me reading a few books from my fall TBR. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.